back to episode 40 of our Ocarina of Time walkthrough. In this episode, we will teach a group of frogs how to sing some fabulous songs, then we'll take a ride on a magic bean, and we'll find a spider in the ground. Well, now that we're a child again, we've traveled back in time 7 years, everything in the market looks pretty much the way that it was when we had left before we traveled into the future. Alright, we need to head over to Zora's River to find the magic bean salesman in order to buy one more bean from him. We'll need that in order to be able to plant it in Death Mountain Crater. Then when we travel into the future, we'll be able to ride the magic bean up to grab a piece of heart. We now have the super popular magic bean that we've acquired for a mere 60 rubies. Wow, what a bargain. And now we have our last chance price of 70 rubies for one more, because we'll need that in the future. Alright, a little bit farther upstream, there is 5 frogs that appear anytime that you walk out on that little ledge that sticks out over the river. So we're going to grab the chicken and go have a talk with the frogs. There's actually not one but 2 pieces of heart that can be gained from this little side quest here. Even from here you can see the blue frog in the water. So walk right up to that ledge. Some frogs are looking at us from underwater. So pull out your ocarina, and all 5 frogs will jump up. And here you can play any of your regular songs that you know. And every time that you play a song, you'll be granted 50 rubies by the frogs. Also, each time you play a song, you'll notice the frogs will continue to get bigger and bigger every time. So go through and play Zelda's Lullaby, followed by Epona Song, Soraya Song, Sun Song, the Song of Time, and then lastly, the Song of Stars. This will accomplish 2 things. One is, by playing all the songs, it lets the frogs get bigger and bigger every time to accomplish the second part of this. And then lastly, the Song of Stars will actually trigger the first piece of heart. And as a token of their appreciation for making it rain, the frogs will gift us with heart piece number 27. Well, now that the frogs are huge, because we made them bigger after playing every regular song, they have formed the world-famous Fabulous Frog Tenor Group. But they need a conductor, so we can make them jump in order that they may eat the butterfly that is flying right above their head. And the way that this works is the blue frog in front is A. The purple frog is the left C key. Yellow is down, pink is right, and the white frog in the back is up. This will require both accuracy and speed, as you have to go fairly quick. As soon as the butterfly flies above a frog's head, press its corresponding button to make him jump. And with the generosity of our famous frog tenor group, we now have acquired heart piece number 28, which will complete an entirely new heart container. Alright, now we need to head to Death Mound Crater, but before we do that, there's one thing that we do not have that we do need, and that is bugs. So in an earlier episode, we had released our bugs in order to pick up a fairy, so now we need to refill them. An easy way to do that, if you don't have any, is we'll take the shortcut here over to the Lost Woods, and then we can easily grab some in our empty bottle. Bugs are not uncommon in the Lost Woods. They can be found in numerous locations, but from where we're at, if we make the first right-hand turn and then run through the log in front of us, to the left there's some grass that we can grab a bunch of bugs. Alright, we now have everything that we need, so we can play the Bolero of Fire in order to warp back to Death Mound Crater. So as we get here, as a child, we can't wear the Goron tunic, so we're pretty limited. Navi's yelling at us that it's too hot here. We can't stay for long, and the timer's going again. But we have plenty of time. So go ahead and drop the bugs into the soft spot of soil. And then, of course, pick them back up again if you want to. And then now collect token number 57. And then lastly, we need to plant one of those magic beans so that we can ride it as an adult when we come back here in order to get up on top of a mountain and collect a piece of heart. Alright, time to travel back to the future, so now we'll play the Prelude of Light to travel back to the Temple of Time and pick the Master Sword back up, therefore traveling 7 years into the future. Alright, we can now play the Bolero of Fire, traveling back into Death Mound Crater. And that magic bean that we planted as a child should have now sprouted, and we can fly up onto a mountain and grab heart piece number 29. As you jump onto the magic bean here, it lifts you right up and flies you over the top of that first mountain. So jump right off, being careful not to land in the lava below, and grab heart piece number 29. If you stay on the magic bean, we'll actually fly over to that little alcove there, where you can grab another piece of heart, but we actually got that earlier when we first walked into Death Mound Crater as a child. So now there's nothing else to do other than to head down into the Fire Temple. If you just jumped all the way down here, you'd actually get hurt, so I recommend using the ladder to avoid taking any damage. Well, thank you for watching. Please join me again for episode number 41, where we will complete the first part of the Fire Temple.